All right, so welcome back. In this problem, we're going to talk about another example. Let's say I have a triangle, and I'm going to talk about this being my height, and we don't know what the height is. We want to find what the height is. And let's say my base of this triangle is equal to c plus 2, and let's say the area of this triangle, area, is equal to 2c cubed plus 16. Okay, now as a reminder, area of all triangle is 1/2 base times height. Okay, so really all I'm doing is rewriting this statement. So I'm saying 2c cubed plus 16 is going to be equal to 1/2 our base, and I'm going to put parentheses, times our height. And for our height, I'm going to put h because we don't know what our height is. Okay, now for our base, I'm going to put c plus 2. Okay, now in order to get rid of that 1/2, I'm going to get rid of that first. I'm going to multiply this side by 2. What I do to one side, I have to do to the entire side. Okay, so this 1/2 cancels, that 2 cancels, and on this side of my function, I'm left with c plus 2 times h. Note, to go back to the beginning of the year, this is a literal equation. We're solving for a variable, okay? Now, when I distribute this 2, I need to distribute to the 2c cubed and the 16. So then that's going to become, not 2, that's going to become 4c cubed plus 32, okay? Now, I'm going to divide this side by c plus 2. I'm going to divide this side by c plus 2. Okay, that cancels, so h is equal to 4c cubed plus 32 over c plus 2. Now, in the past, you would go ahead and stop at this point because you don't know how to figure out this point. But now, you know what you're supposed to do here. Now, I need to take c plus 2 and put that into 4c cubed. Now, note, this is c to the 3rd power, then in a sense there's a c to the 0 power there next to the 32. So I need to add a 0c squared and a 0c to the 1 power. Then I'm going to add the plus 32. I'm adding those placeholders so that we can do the correct combine like terms. Okay, otherwise we wouldn't be able to combine like terms. In order to get c cubed, I'm going to have to multiply, or 4c cubed, I'm going to have to multiply c by 4c squared. I'm going to put it over the 0c squared. 4c squared times c is going to give me 4c cubed. 4c squared times 2 gives me 8c cubed. Okay, now that's positive. Again, both of these are positive. Again, my sign switches because we're going to subtract. So this becomes minus, minus. That cancels out. This gives me negative c squared. Bring down my plus 0c. Bring down my plus 32. Now, I'm going to look at negative 8c squared. Negative 8c squared, that's going to be negative 8c times. Okay? Negative 8c times c gives me negative 8c squared. Negative 8 times 2 gives me negative 16c. Again, all of my sign switches. That cancels. So this comes 16c. Bring down my 32. Notice, let me draw arrows. Okay. Now, c goes into 16 positive 16 times. Not 16c, 16 times. 16 times c gives me 16c. 16 times 2 gives me 32. It's positive, positive. When we subtract, both of the signs are going to switch. So that's going to become negative and negative. They cancel each other out, so I have a 0 remainder. So in the case of this triangle, my height is equal to 4c squared minus 8c plus 16. You can either say this, or you can technically take out a 4 which would leave me 4 times c squared minus 2c plus 4. And that would be my answer. Okay? Those are on 2 examples where you have to add a placeholder in order to solve it. Just thinking about it in terms of like when you're multiplying and you're adding normal numbers, you have to put a placeholder in there in place. So you're kind of doing the same, it's the same concept.